Took a while because I just watched part 2 while part 3 was uploading and I finished watching part 2. Okay, but the thing is, Jananayagan League. Okay, I think Kadipaidanga basically this business is that, you know, I told everybody straight up that, you know, those posts weren't me, those posts were I was first. And I guess they had such a huge problem with, you know, they weren't famous in the first place, right? The posts that made me post in the first place don't make sense half the time. You know, I think some of them were like, yo, Shiva's a piece of crap, Lord Shiva's a piece of crap, and the audio video would force me to post, oh, Shiva's audio video is God, Shiva is amazing, ad video, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're saying Shiva is crap, but then you're saying audio video is Shiva, so you just called yourself crap. Were there posts like that? Because they don't make sense. They forced me to make these crap posts, and they expect to become famous. They have no sense. Anyways, I think others had did it because they knew that, you know, no Kitta pair that I got, all the Kitta pair that I got during those 5 years, and, you know, during that time where, the COVID time where I was supposed to come to Chennai and Kerala to get AVAM, but wasn't able to, that it wasn't my fault, all that Kitta pair I got, it was all, you know, Vijay Deverakonda's fault, Charan's fault, and it was, you know, the anti-LB group's fault. The past 5 years especially, and those two know I'm gonna kill them for what they've done, what they did during then, and for the betrayal and putting me through this 5 years of hell, basically. Not like I wasn't going through hell before, but this is much worse. So they try to make everyone do it. What are you doing? I'm gonna kill all of them then. What are you doing? And yes, Palimalakana, but I'll do that eventually. And toothbrush and toothpaste are there. I just hope it's not ripped. I hope the bitches didn't rip it up. So basically Jananayagan League, I think they got so irritated by the fact of that they wanted to ruin Jananayagan because they were using those, they were making me post crap stuff to make sure Jananayagan didn't get released, you know what I'm saying? And I think that was like, you guys understood that that's part of the reason why Jananayagan wasn't released, right? Because of them and the crap posts that they, you know, forced me to post then in order to save Appa, because they were saying that if I didn't post those, that they would kill Appa, right? And that they would hurt him in other ways. And I've heard his screaming before, I've heard him, I've seen visuals, it ain't pleasant. And so obviously I'm not going to do that anymore because it is horrifying for me yesterday to even think of the fact, that's why Leo was coming out, that's why Boditsu was coming out, that's why Beast was coming out, because in my posts, you know, when I stopped being kidnapped, I forgot about all those posts. I don't remember what I said about Appa, Eva, and Dharma. You know, any of you guys, I don't know what I said about anybody else. God damn it. I don't know what caste crap they made me post, do discriminating crap. I think they made me say I was a terrorist and a pimp during those posts. Oh my god. Idiots. Anyways, to all that stuff, like, I don't want to say that about any of you. And so I think you guys could tell a drastic difference between the time I was kidnapped, during the post I made during I was kidnapped, and when I wasn't kidnapped. And so I'm going to card right, oh, you know, I get my release since I said all that stuff, right? Since they know that I could paid that I got wasn't because of me, wasn't because of anything wrong I did. It's because, you know, the people that I said bad about, forced to say bad about online. They were saying that they were going to kill them, rape them. The anti-gay group said those people that they were going to kill or rape and torture and put in hell or throw into a black hole or bomb the planet they were on in another universe, in the multiverse, or do that to several of them at the same time if I didn't post that about them. That's what they said, but they went and killed them anyways. Do you get what I'm saying? I know it doesn't work, so I keep tapping to make sure they don't possess me into believing it doesn't work. Do you get what I'm saying? I've said do you get what I'm saying a lot of times right now. And the thing is, Jananayagan League, Kadipaidanga basically. I was checking if the time is limited. And so what they did was that I think they were afraid Jananayagan was going to release. And the anti-Abby group already had the copy of Jananayagan, obviously, because, well, it ain't Appa's fault. This is why you only allow crew members this is why no one in cinema should have contact with the anti-LB group. When you have anyone with the anti-LB group, anyone then when you have contact with anyone in the anti-Abi group, this is what happens. Cinema suffers. Or they get the link somehow. They get the content somehow. Either they sneak in or someone let them sneak in and they got what they needed in order to ruin General Ivan. And I have no doubt that General Ivan is going to be a hit anyways when it does hit the theaters. I have no doubt in that because hello, it's Appa and it's General Ivan. So it's going to be a hit. But now, no one's going to listen to me. I don't think anybody is going to listen to me, you know. Even if I say this, meaning makkal kettupanga mattavanga keppanga antalla. Cinema is suffering, Jananayagan is suffering, everyone in the team of Jananayagan is suffering because of the fact that some people had contact with the anti-Abi group. Having contact with them is going to make you suffer, and I'm not responsible for this. They are. The anti-Abi group, I mean the pimp stalkers and terrorists. Part 5. Hopefully it's the last part. Look what they've done to my hair. They have to experiment on me to do this to me. I hate experiments. They're disgusting. Okay, part 5. Anji Manakam, thank you.